Nabanggit nyo nga medyo kakaiba yung balita, no, dahil lumalala yung numero pagdating dito sa mga road rage, no. At well, nabanggit mo yung data mismo ng MMD halos 8 sa kada 10, no. And I think that's consistent because yung road rage is a form of violence or aggressive behavior on the road, precisely because of minsan yung frustration sa traffic, ganyan. Or minsan din naman yung mga nakakagit-gitan, and then may mga tailgating kung tawagin yan, yung mga bumubusina, tapos minsan may mga pagkakataon na yung bang mag-dirty fingers sa'yo, no? So, kanina sinabi ni Julius na paano ba natin may iwasan to? Well, for one, talagang dapat po maging kalmante tayo, no? Well, unfortunately, for the Philippines, wala pa po tayong batas that criminalizes road rage, no? What we have right now is yung under Republic Act 4136. Ito po yung binabanggit nilang reckless driving and person undesirable to operate a motor vehicle or improper person to operate a motor vehicle. So basically, these are purely administrative proceedings. But insofar as criminal cases concerned, wala ho tayong batas na that criminalizes. Though, alam po natin na may mga bill ngayon sa Congress, sa Senado, and sa House, no, that will eventually criminalize or that will treat this kind of action into a criminal offense.
Pag ano po ba, pag nag-a-apply ng lisensya ang mga bagong driver, ano po bang test ang ginagawa para siya po ay ma-clear at mabigyan po ng license?
Well, before po nung 2019, ang tanging requirement lang po natin, meron tayong medical certificate para makakuha ng student permit, no? And then after 30 days po yan, makakakuha ka ng new non-professional driver's license. But in 2019, consistent with Republic Act 10930, ito po yung batas na binabanggit kanina ni Ma'am Tintin na 5 taon. Nag-umpisa tayo ng 3 taon ang validity, tapos sumakyat ng 5, tapos naging 10.
Na, oo.
That's precisely because of Republic Act 10930. And in 2019, may bagong policy ang LTO, bago ako lumabas dyan, na bago ka makakuha ng student permit, meron tayong tinatawag na 15 hours theoretical driving course. Ibig sabihin, itong theoretical driving course na to is a basic and mandatory requirement for one to be issued a student permit. And this can be secured from the accredited driving school ng LTO, or LTO may also provide the same for free. Ito yung mga driver's education center and also with the TESDA. But basically, yun yung, and then pag natapos mo yung 15 hours na theoretical driving course, magkakaroon ka ng medical examination. Ngayon, ang tanong, yung bang medical examination involves psychological test? No, wala pong ganon. Kasi wala po, ang tinitingnan lang po sa medical examination is yung physical fitness and also yung vision, no, yung kailangan 2020. So basically, ang tingin ko ang issue talaga ng road rage is more of a behavior and probably yung values na rin ng tao.
Pero tingin nyo, sir, mas maganda kung magkaroon ng psychological test?
Well, ako, I would really prepare that na meron tayong psychological test. But palagay ko sa ngayon, medyo mabigat na requirement yan. Pero siguro, i-roll out natin by pacing. Halimbawa, i-require natin siya doon sa mga driver ng mga public utility vehicle like yung mga buses or yung mga trucks, no? Kasi it involves passengers, unlike ng mga private individual, no? Pero sa atin, palagay ko, for you to require that, you need a law for that, no? Kasi mabigat na requirement yan.
Psychological test, no?
So ngayon kasi ang lumalabas, only medical examination, theoretical driving course, and then kung kukuha ka naman ng new non-professional driver's license, meron tinatawag ang LTO na practical driving course na training na not less than 8 hours yan. But basically, this is already a good foundation, fundamentals na meron tayong ganitong education. Kaya lang ako, ang paniwala ko rito, mas may giyata na kumbaga for a long-term and sustainable intervention in really coming out with the culture of traffic discipline in the country, dapat it should be integrated yung road safety education sa ating public educational system. Kasi mas challenging, pero palagay ko ito rin, Julius, yung ginawa ng mga iba't ibang bansa na kumbaga incorporated yung road safety education doon sa kanilang public educational system.
Sabagay, magandang idea yan, no?
I agree with you, sir.
Though medyo long shot yan dahil
Kaso nga, sir, ang problema, nakikita natin, yung mga nagro-road rage, either meron silang anger management issue o kaya drug addict.
Well,
May
totoo yan.
pananalita ho
Totoo
nila.
yan.
Talagang, may isa nga dyan, napanood ko kiniklaim niya, siya si Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. So,
So ganun ka-weird yung takbo ng utak po nila.
mental
Parang hindi na po
health
sila
problem
safe na nasa kalsada, yet patuloy pa rin sila nakakapagmaneho dahil meron po
May
silang
lisensya.
lisensya.
yeah, that's true.
Oo.
Pero binabanggit kanina ni Ma'am Tintin na, kumbaga, pwedeng at the time of the application of the driver's license, masasabi natin na you're on a sound mind and
Yes.
sound
Oy.
body,
Yes.
physically.
Correct.
So there is no way for us really to determine kung talaga bang ito, even if you require psychological test for that, there's no guarantee for that. I think what will be the long-term solution probably is really to criminalize road rage as a criminal offense and not just an administrative that may cause the suspension or revocation of your license, no? Kasi parang ang tingin, in fact, doon sa proposed bill yata sa Congress, ang gagawin nila, if it involves road rage, no, merong 6 months to 6 years imprisonment and even 250,000 pesos na fine, no? That's a good start kung maipapasa natin yun. Tulad yan, yung nangyari doon sa Ayala, Makati, ang sinasabi ngayon, yung pamilya ayaw magpaareglo nung namatayan. So parang ang nangyayari din dyan, alam mo parang yung sinasabi mo na under our revised penal code, it's a crime against person, pwedeng magkaroon ng amicable settlement at bawiin yung demanda. So, ang mangyayari dyan, lalaya yung tao. That's precisely why siguro doon sa mga proposed bill or batas, dapat this should also be considered not only a crimes against person, but even a crimes against the state. So that state will now, kahit mag-amicable settlement yung dalawa, papasok ang estado. Kasi halimbawa, kung meron akong pera, then I can just offer 10 million para lang iurong mo yan. So, ibig sabihin, it dilutes the very purpose nung meron kang sanction ng mga ganito.
And that person may continually
And
harm
that person
others.
may continue, no? So, yun yung mga sinasabi natin ng mga long-term na intervention dapat.
So dapat yun ang pag-usapan na ngayon, no?
Yun ang dapat na
Simulan na pag-usapan
pinag-uusapan kasi
yun.
sa totoo lang way back
Lumalala,
way back 1990s alam natin to may mga high profile cases of road rage na yan. Pero that was 30 years ago. Pero parang sa atin parang pag may mga ganitong issue, parang ano ba yan? So, but if you trace the history, even the now President Bongbong Marcos, in 2011, nung siya'y senador pa, nag-file na siya ng bill that criminalizes road rage as an offense, no? So, ibig sabihin nun,
Hindi na-approve yung bill
doon
niya.
tayo nagkukulang doon sa implementation, enforcement, probably, and pinakamainam talaga dyan is that we have to criminalize road rage.
So siya mismo, si Presidente, ang may bill.
May bill nung 2011.
Oh, yan pala no?
Kaya lang hindi na tumuloy. Of course, hindi natin alam na. Of course, hindi rin natin kumbaga unexpectedly na siguro from senator naging presidente na natin ngayon. Pero ang palagay ko, ang takeaway natin doon, considering na siya mismo nire-recognize na niya yung issue way back in 2011, baka naman mas mapadali yung batas.
Tama, no?